it's time for This is Private Practice. Woohoo! Yay! Hands up in the air. I'm terribly sorry, but it has been a really, really heavy afternoon. And today is Thursday, the 5th of October, even though I've thought it's been Friday all day, which is hilarious because we had Monday off this week. It was a public holiday, well, sort of off. So I've been trying to make the short week even shorter. Wow, what a big day. Golly gosh, I'm just going to say that. Golly gosh. This whole drive to completion thing, gosh, it takes some discipline. Just thought I'd say it. It takes some effort. It's taking me blocking things out on my calendar and making sure that I do them, which is a tad annoying. When I needed to go to the RMS today, which is the Road and Maritime Services, which is the state government department, yay, to transfer the registration and ownership of my vehicle, which is awesome because it was in my calendar to go and do it. So I knew I had the time for it. So I drove all the way up there in my new car and was loving it to get in the door and in the queue to find out I hadn't taken the pieces of paper that I needed with me. So that now gets put back into my calendar for another day, which will probably be tomorrow. I felt like such a gooberhead. That was just really unhelpful. I said no to something today. I am so proud of myself because this was actually really hard. Now, this is on the back of me not taking on more work than I can handle. And I finally got it into my head that maybe I'm not always the best clinician to work with the client to come to Purple Coat. So I said no today to working with a brand new client, high-level spinal cord injury, 12 months motor vehicle accident with the most amazing team of clinicians supporting him. I'm reading through the referral information, I'm looking at the types of things we've been asked to do, and I'm like, surely I can make this happen. Surely I can do this. I so want to work with these people. This would be, what an amazing opportunity to work with this young man. Got very, very excited. And then I had the thought, which was, what does the client need from you, Joe? And just because we've got a certain number of hours and a certain number of things that we've been approved to do, I know that those things can be done in a week. And then we're going to be asking for a heck of a lot more support. And that's when things would fall over for me because I would have bitten off more than I can chew. I would have taken the new shiny thing, albeit a client, been extremely excited, and then I would have been overcommitted again. And then the client wouldn't be getting the services that he needs, which isn't great, which kind of leads to the expectation that Purple Coat doesn't know what it's doing, and the director of the company, who is the senior clinician here, really shouldn't be doing, like she's too busy. And as soon as my customers think I'm too busy, referrals dry up. Not helpful. So I'm really proud that I said no to working with this gentleman today. And I'm really, really proud for one of my team members who said yes, even though she doesn't know anything about this guy's pre-disability work history and what his skills and expertise are, and in fact suggested that she may have been a little intimidated. But that's awesome because we here at Purple Coat don't have to be the experts in every occupation. We are the experts in making work accessible and work for everyone. So we're just really good at putting all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle back together, so she doesn't have to be an expert in that. The client can be an expert in what he's good at, and we can be an expert in helping him work out how to go back to work. And it was so wonderful to be able to explain that to her, and she was like, yeah, that is what we do. Yeah, I can do that. It's probably better if he tries to navigate his own career path anyway. So, that's what we get to do here at Purple Coat. So the system I set up yesterday, the improvements to the way we do our invoicing here, I was really, really nervous about sharing that with my team. I hate asking the clinicians to change things because I know the burden of being a subcontractor. I know the burden of having more than one customer, and I know the burden of all your customers wanting things done their own way in their own timeframes, and it will be done very, very specifically. I know that because I was one of those subcontractors when I first started this business. And I really, really resented lots of change, lots of admin, lots of feeling like the clinical skills that I bring don't matter. But what has affirmed me so much today is that I've had pretty much every single clinician that I spoke to yesterday thank me for including them in the change that's been going on. And I got lots of positive reinforcement when I spoke to them yesterday, so I knew I'd done it really well. But getting those thank yous today and that reinforcement again today was just the icing on the cake. And I'm so incredibly grateful for this team. I'm also incredibly grateful for all the learning that I've done over the years, because if you remember, I have a liar and a fraud story, which is published on the Joe Muirhead website. And I actually talk about the fact that I found myself bullying somebody in a workplace a long time ago, and it really undid me and confronted me in lots of ways. I'm not a bully. You've got to read the story to understand what I'm talking about. But it's left a legacy in me of always wondering if my management style is okay. Because I'm a driven, self-directed, highly functioning person. I'm black and white. I say what I mean. You won't find a lot of grey with me. There's no bullet BS here. And sometimes I can come across a bit harsh. There is a story. When I was working for New South Wales Health, I was known as the Terminator for lots of different reasons. I guess all of those messages over the years have made me question my ability to lead and to manage and to grow team. I love my team. I don't love admin. I don't love technology. I don't love having to make change to things. But this is a business, and by including my team members in the change, not asking them how they wanted the change to be done. The change had to happen, but including them in the change, personalizing the way that was done, I think that, we've really hit on what Purple Co is about and what I'm about, which is making sure that everyone is treated with dignity and respect. Everybody. So it was tedious. Most people that I spoke to went, couldn't you have just emailed that to them and told them to do it? And I'm like, no, that wouldn't have washed for me. In fact, I would probably have never read the document and gotten cranky when my invoices weren't being paid because I hadn't followed some system that I hadn't been included in. So to the Purple Co team, you rock, you're amazing. Thank you so much. So then I went on today to work with all of my clinical clients. Hurrah! So that was pretty exciting. I was very happy to be able to do that. Ooh, that reminds me, I need to send a message to that lady. Just let me write that down. So that was kind of filling my need for connection and clinical significance tank, I guess you could say, by getting in touch with some of my clinical clients. Well, no, actually I got in touch with all of them, which was pretty awesome. I have 4, so let's not get too carried away. And being able to hear their progress and plan and schedule into my calendar when I'm going to be doing the next things for them and what it is that we're going to be working on, and really making sure that I've got my disciplines back in place so that people don't get missed, because I would hate that. I would hate to feel like I've been missed. So I don't want to make people feel like that. So that was pretty cool. Then I rewrote an entire 3-month program of how to get your online marketing turning into a marketing machine for clinicians and therapists, because I've actually found a solution to the technology integration problem, and I'm going to partner with that company and we're going to deliver an end-to-end service, and I'm so freaking excited. So I rewrote that. That was huge. I don't think I took a breath for nearly 2 hours. So I've handed that draft on, and we've got some negotiation to do around that. So a whole end-to-end solution. Oh my God, that's just going to be so cool. Yay. And then I've been working on finishing another project that I started with my team by putting together some tools and resources to help them use a particular career inventory called the Harrison Career Navigator that we learned about last week. So making sure that we've got a good understanding of how as a team we're going to use it and what the expectations of our customers are about it. And so I've been writing procedures and flowcharts and stuff. Yeah. So it's been a really big day, but it feels great. It feels productive. I'm finishing things. I'm working towards completion. Overwhelm hasn't been my friend today. In fact, it hasn't even been around today. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and we have had something finished. I've been working on a thing called the Purple Co position paper, which basically explains our philosophy on why we do rehabilitation and return to work the way we do. It has been a mammoth project that's been underway probably since April. And I've had a copywriter write on it. I've also had an editor now work on it. I started with one designer. I changed to another designer because learning how to communicate your ideas to a designer is a skill in itself, especially when you're not a designer. But it's finished and it looks fabulous, and it's with all the new Purple Co branding. So I'm extremely excited about that now, to just get the website finished so I can launch the new branding. Why does this stuff take so freaking long? But we finished something. I said no to something and we finished something. That is a very, very cool day. Okay, I obviously need to go and get some exercise because I am flying my arms around here in front of the screen. So people who are listening to this as a podcast are going to be going, what the hell? Yeah. So I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, which I think means I will have done one of these episodes every day for a week. So that's pretty cool. Hope you're all doing fabulously well. This has been a good day. Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow.